Hey y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey everybody in the class. I hope you guys are having a wonderful hump day, honey. I got questions, okay? Well, I got commentary mixed in with the questions. Honey, hey Almighty Isis girl, how you doing, love? Y'all please hit the like button and share the video if you care. You know what I mean? And what I mean by share the video if you care is if you don't mind sharing the video, please share it. Oh, thank you, Almighty Isis girl. You my girl. Thank you, honey, because I got so many questions and I don't want to forget nothing. Okay, so thank you, honey. Thank you. Let me try to put this up here so I won't forget. As a matter of fact, okay. Now let me just start off by saying this is for entertainment purposes only. Honey, I don't mean no harm, but I got questions, okay? Yeah, child, I'm fine. I finally found something that I want to talk about, honey. Yesterday was lit. Okay, that's why I got questions, Almighty Isis girl. I'm like, what in the world's going on? But anyway, hey, everybody in class, y'all please hit the like button. Maybe y'all can help me answer some questions, okay? Now, the first question I got, and it's not on the, and we just gotta jump right in, right? Cause it's a lie, okay? It's a lie, okay? Now I hate. Now it's really bad. Now people be complaining and trying to say that I don't do my own research. I just do commentary off the recaps of other people, which is absolutely right sometimes. But every once in a while, honey, I will be interested and I will go do my own research. And the first question that I have, Almighty Isis, or somebody in the clouds, is did Lemon, after all of that stuff happened on Pizarro's page last night, did Lemon do a live, right? So I went to his backup channel and tried to find the live so I could read about through it to see what was said between, if Ghetto hit the link, if audio hit the link. But I did not see a video, but I did see a video scheduled for today. So my question is, so if he did a video last night, what happened to it? Did he take it down? Did he not do a video? And if he didn't do a video, I wonder why, right? So maybe somebody can answer that question for me, child. I don't know, but anyway, uh, let me start out with Malik. Like I said, we're gonna jump right in because I got questions, right? So the first question that I have, he did a live and audio, did hit the link. Okay, thank you, Miss Lady 007. He did one. Yeah, so did he delete the live or is Lemon, was it Lemon One or whatever, Big Lemon One? Is there another channel? Because I couldn't find another channel besides that one backup channel, that Big Lemon One. That's the only channel that I saw, and it's not a video on. He just repeated himself. Oh, is that right? Thank you, Dream with Brain. What did he say, Dream with Brain? Because girl, I couldn't find. I don't know if there's another whatchamacallit or not, but only backup channel I seen was Big Lemon One, right? And so yeah, audio came, hit the link. They fought and threatened to meet up. Really? He took it down. Thank you, Almighty Isis. He doesn't keep. Oh, he don't. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put that right there. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Cause see, I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, well, is there a third channel? You know what I mean? Cause I didn't see it, right? So I don't know what was said on that channel, but it was on Big Lemon One. Yeah, that's why I went, but he took it down. Thank you for letting me know that I'm not crazy. Cause child, I was hitting people's community wall posts, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he got yet another channel. I didn't know what was going on, so he took it down. That answers my questions. Thank you. Cause honey, I was about to lose my mind trying to find that video. Okay, y'all know I don't be up in the middle of the night. And I'm gonna keep dropping this link. So if anybody want to come up to contribute to the conversation, because I do have questions and I don't see everything, but I did watch for myself. I did my own research, okay, because I was interested, right, after Pieces Live, right? So anyway, but the first question that I have is, would I be able to pin this link? I don't even think I can. I don't know. Can you pin the link? I don't know, but I'm gonna have to see. But anyway, so the first question that I have, we're gonna get this out the way, was about Malik, right? So yesterday I heard he was really hurt over audio and Ghetto turning on him. Why was he hurt? Like I don't understand. Like what? I mean, I think they tried to give him. I don't think I can pin the link from StreamYard, can I? I think I would have to go to YouTube. But anyway, I keep dropping it. Y'all don't let me forget to keep dropping this link, okay? So anyway, why was he hurt though? Cause now he deceived them. So maybe that's why they was hurt. I don't know. I don't know. But why do y'all think he was hurt? Right? Like I said, I got this is a questions live. Y'all know how I get when I got questions. When I start trying to understand something, honey, get on audio, feel under. Now I agree with that, Pinky Pink. Y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video because I agree with they did fall under peer pressure, but I want to know Ghetto's view on the situation. I heard him saying that it's the optics of the whole thing, but we're gonna get to that, right? So I really want to know Ghetto's view. I was trying to understand his view because I heard what he's been saying, and I I get it, but then I don't get it. You know what I mean? Because Ghetto is not stupid, right? In the first place, right? So in audio, I understand that he's really young, so maybe he was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But I think Ghetto knew exactly what it was. Okay. So anyway, let me talk about Malik first, right? So Malik and I guess Ghetto had words, right? Here's my question for Malik. Malik, what's the difference between Ghetto and Lemon, the sect that caused both? Right. Well, like it falls under the question of peer pressure, right? So, but let me talk about Malik. This is the question that I have for you and Brooke. Malik, I don't understand if you now maybe I missed something, but I understand that Malik and Brooke had what Malik and Ghetto had words, right? I don't understand how Malik now first of all, I don't understand how Malik got all this time to be online, arguing with a bunch of women, and all of this and all that. When he got kids, he's married. Why he ain't got a job? Number one, right? Number two, how is it that your wife was doing more arguing with Ghetto than you? I didn't understand that. How can you? It's just like you in an argument with somebody and you gonna use your wife as a shield, right? Or did she just take over the conversation? And if she just took over the conversation, is that how she is offline? Don't you feel emasculated? Like you letting her, online lead the argument. So do you let her lead the family offline? Like I was confused by that. Now they say they went from YTC's over there, Ghetto and Malik, the old situation to Glitter Boots over there. And then of course, I refused to click on that link, so I don't know what happened over there. But my question for you, Malik, is how in the world, don't you feel emasculated that Brooke was doing more arguing about you and two men's argument? Why does she have to intervene? It was between you and Ghetto, two men's. How your wife gonna get on here and do more swinging than you? That's a question that I had. I don't understand it. Don't you feel emasculated? Do you feel emasculated in your real life? Never would I ever do my husband that way. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, wow, those roles are really reversed, right? So it does it makes sense why when all that stuff was going on about Brooke and that first situation that situation they have with that other guy in Vegas, it makes sense that you threw all that stuff under the bridge. Now I don't know if it was a play, but you ought to feel emasculated if you don't. Okay, so yeah. I'm just saying. That's my question. Do you feel emasculated because your woman did more arguing with another man than you when the conversation was between you and that other man? Right? I didn't get that. But wanted to talk to Lemon, Ghetto and Audio, wouldn't let them talk. Well, I mean, see, that still is on Malik. Because Malik should have asked his woman to stand down because that was not her argument. Because I heard her doing more argument and hollering with Ghetto than I heard Malik going back and forth with Ghetto. So I was confused, but I don't understand. Like, are the roles reversed in the relationship? Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand what kind of marriage they have. Like, I don't get that. But hey, to each his own. The world is different, right? But I would never emasculate my husband in that way. So I'm hoping it's just. I mean, but if I mean, like it's very telling. If it's that way online, it's probably that way offline. And I don't even see how you can say that you married to somebody and you feel like you're more of a man than they are. Okay, I don't get that. Like, I'm a very strong woman, but when it comes to my husband, I will never emasculate him because he is the man in the relationship. I will never do that. But that's just me, and that's just the question that I ask. So if y'all see Malik running around somewhere, Brooke, can y'all ask him for me if he don't feel emasculated by that whole situation? Cause he should. Is what's her name? Is Brooke the one wearing the pants in the family? Is she the one go to work and bring home the bacon, then come home and cook the bacon too? Is that what's going on? Like, is he the babysitter? Is he the nanny? You know, like the nanny. Is he the nanny while she at work? Like, what's really going on? Hey, Corinne. Hey, Miss O. My opinion, I think Malik is a little bit slow. When he came up on GX panel, I seen the D something in him. I got, they got this whole dollar sign right here, and it stops me from but as soon as it roll up, I see it, right? But anyway, that's the question. I don't care if you're a little slow or not. He's still a man, and you still don't let your woman stand in front of you, and take the blows for you, cause you the man. Okay, you the one supposed to be protecting her, even online. See, this is the reason. Another thing I don't understand about Brooke and Malik. You will never, ever, 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 ever hear my husband online. This is not my thing. He does not have a social media footprint. I was looking at KRN's video, and somebody put in his video that, they was talking about the maintenance man, and they were saying, first they were saying that he didn't have no social media footprint, and then somebody put down in the chat that everybody got a social media footprint. That is not true. My husband does not have a social media footprint. He is not into social media. He is old school, right? He don't even like the text message. He will, but he don't like to. Delay in him. Oh, okay. He can't help it. Poor fella. I think he can help it. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Maybe nobody taught him to how to properly be the man in the family. Okay, y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video if you could. Okay, well anyway, we're gonna get off Malik and Brooke. I just want to ask that real quick. It kind of grossed me out that Brooke was taking the lead and they're married. I don't understand that. And I also don't understand how Brooke and Malik can both be online, and Brooke Malik be so invested, in this type of situation. I'm like, what? But okay, girl, I guess it's the times, right? So yesterday, honey, things kind of got popped off really, really good around there to Pizarro's, right? Child, some things was revealed, right? So we all know, we all been talking about it, because this is why I had to do my own research. I went over to Pizarro's and I listened to the video, and I saw the maintenance man. Uh, now number one, uh, Ghetto, I don't understand how you did it. I think you knew that what is his name, that lemon was fruity, and you just didn't mind because it's online. But yes, but people have been, pressing you about why are you so up under a man. You supposed to be a heterosexual man, and why are you swinging so hard for this gay man? Hey, just comfort, right? And I think for a while now you've been pressed about that, not only in this sector but other sectors, right? So I feel like you buckling under pressure, but you knew it. But now you saying it's about the optics, right? So anyway, we're gonna get to that. And I want to know. I really tried to listen around. I listened to a little bit. Dang, y'all, hold on a minute. Damn. Sorry about that. Hey, Dr. Sophie, can y'all hear me now? I had to take that phone call. Hey, Journey. So anyway, where was I at? Oh, so I was on Pizarro's live. I have to say it was a good live. She did come to work yesterday. Okay, she had a good panel. Now, uh, what is his name? Lemon keep getting caught up on Pizarro's panel, right? Now, y'all remember when when it was found out that he had the grinder app on there and all of this and all that, right? And so yesterday, hey, Rain Slowly, y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video if you can, right? So yesterday, evidently, Lemon needed the maintenance man to come up there, right? We all know the story. Now I don't understand. Now, see, here's the thing. I think the reason why Lemon showed the maintenance man, right? Now, he said that he was outside, and they said the maintenance man asked him what he was doing, and he said he was online or whatever, right? And so you're gonna give the maintenance man the phone, and then the maintenance man pretty much, said what he thought about you, right? He's like, "Oh, you like girls?" He was saying he thought he was fruity and all of this and all that, just like all the rest of it, right? I don't understand why some people are trying to act brand new, and maybe some people don't know it or just don't want to admit it. I don't know what the deal is, but we all know he's fruity, right? Well, I do, okay, because my gator don't never go wrong. Like it, don't like it, it is what it is, right? So he gets up there, the maintenance man says all this stuff, right? Now, my thing is, the optics look funny to me, right? So the maintenance man come up there to check the thermostat, right? Now, I felt like he came up there to get his pipe cleaned, okay? So he was like, "Oh, you like girls?" And all of this and all of that. Now, we heard all the stuff that he said, right? So I'm thinking he came up there for a quickie. Thank you, Dr. Soap. He came up there for a quickie. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But anyway, he all in the camera. He all showing um, his shirt, his maintenance man shirt with his name and all that on it. Now, Lemon, I feel like you did that man dirty, number one, because like you should have told him, no, dude, don't show your shirt or whatever, right? Now, Lemon, you good for setting people up. I don't know if you were just, not very quick to the draw, but could have prefaced him when he came on camera with, dude, don't say your name. Don't show your work shirt. You could have prepped him a little bit, right? Because you know how the beef sector is. Well, lo and behold, he shows his shirt. They said they called, I guess the apartment complex or whatever, called in on the man. Some people were saying he was fired. Some people saying he was suspended. I don't even. Now, my question about that is, why was they calling in on the maintenance man? What did the maintenance man do wrong? What was the purpose of calling in on the maintenance man? Like, I didn't get that. So I was wanting to know what was the deal with that? Because what did he do wrong, right, Miss O? You do know they found him on Twitch last night. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I heard that. CS is asking him for an interview. Oh wow, is that right? Talk about thirsty, right? So anyway, he came on there and he pretty much doxed himself. I don't blame. I blame Lemon for not prepping him, right? But I think Lemon put that man on camera because that man, Lemon thought that man was nice looking, okay, you know, and I think that's why he put that man on camera. I think that man should have known better. I think that man was shocked. Now, Pizarro did ask him the right questions. People up there trying to talk all over the man. She did right, but she said, hold up, let him answer. Because he gave clear and concise answers. You know what I mean? He said when he looked at Lemon, he thought he was fruity or whatever. I mean, as do us all. You know what I mean? I don't know how much more confirmation. And another question that I had, when we all know that, but I'm like, okay, so Lemon put him on camera because he thought he was cute, in my opinion. Okay? That's why he put him on there. All right? Trying to get some kind of subtext, trying to say something without saying it. Okay? That's how I saw it, right? And when the man and then, like if you are, you present yourself as hetero, right, Lemon? Why did you stop? A hetero man would be like, no, man, I'm not gay. I'm not fruity. Like, what you mean? You know what I mean? Like, give me my phone back or whatever, right? None of that was said. All he said was he didn't care. And in the background, you got Ghetto up there losing his mind, pulling his head down. Oh, please hit the like button, y'all. Pulling his hat down and spazzing out and all this and all that. Now, first Ghetto was saying that he was doing all that because Lemon was allowing the man to be doxxed, right? No, I don't think it was that, Ghetto. I think that you have conflicting emotions about this situation. That's what I think, right? Now, I already told y'all that when it comes to Ghetto, in my opinion, he be having homoerotic fantasies about him and Lemon, right? Oh, thank you, Miss Me. And that's just how I feel, right? And so anyway, he up there spazzing out. The man keep talking, right? So Ghetto, gets, up there and they start asking Ghetto questions. He been crashing out for days, because people are calling him out on as to why he is so supportive of Lemon. He comes from the black sector, and over there in the black sector, they have a different Ghetto been around for a very long time, and he know how some men feel about men that are not straight, right? So he comes from that area, right? So anyway, Lemon saying he don't care and all of this. Now he's real nonchalant about the situation. I felt like he was too nonchalant, uh, about the maintenance man and being doxxed and his job being called and all of this and all that. I felt like he was absolutely too nonchalant about that. Now we know that Lemon is a setup queen. Hey, AK, we know that. You know what I mean? And so I just felt like he was too nonchalant about that. Now, when it comes to Ghetto and the audio guy, so Ghetto pretty much said, I just want to skip to the part to where I think audio, they've been, they done called him, fruity because he's associated with Lemon. Right, he sounded look fruity, right? That's what he said. Yeah, I mean, damn, that ain't no revelation to me. I mean, I've been saying that to you. Y'all know I have, right? So, and a lot of people have. But then, okay, before I get to audio, Krista, girl, you missed all that. You didn't hear nothing about this, Miss Me. I'm glad. Girl, let me tell you, right? But my thing is, Krista, why is your old decrepit ass still? Your 15 minutes of fame is over, girl. As it pertains to Lemon, honey, you need to let it go. You look and sound like a fool, okay? Krista, you know that Lemon been gay ever since you start fooling with him. This wasn't nothing but your storyline. Now, yesterday, I don't understand what your purpose of being up there was. Like, I just didn't understand it. Like, why was you there, right? Why was you there trying to defend Lemon when all that stuff you done said about him in the past, all that stuff you know is true, you still trying to hang on to the damn storyline, you thirsty helper, okay? You need to sit down and give it a rest. Find you somebody else to get a leech out of, okay? That's what you need to do, Krista, and leave it alone. Girl, don't nobody even believe that you believe that Lemon is a straight man. Don't nobody believe that about you for real. Girl, let it go. Okay? Let it go. You look like a fool. You look like an old fool. All right? So you up there trying to block. Right, the thirst is real, right, Journey? Like, girl, calm down. Sit down. Yo, look, find you another storyline, girl. Cause this was now I mean, like, you've been making yourself look like a fool, but at this point it's ridiculous. Okay? You didn't have no business. You up there hollering and screaming about Lemon. You another one of them hoes like beans and cornbread that like to make a storyline out of Lemon. Okay? Both of you heifers is thirsty as hell. All right, y'all need to sit down and find you somebody else to leech out of. Okay? In my opinion, because it's really old at this point in time. We don't find it cute no more. The storyline is dead. We can't stretch it out no more. Girl, it's time to call it quits. You look like a fool. And I know you don't mind looking like a fool. I know you don't mind sounding like a fool, but girl, you a fool. Okay? Thank you, Dr. Sober. Y'all please hit the like button, right? So anyway, so Ghetto's up there, and Lemon's still talking crazy to Ghetto, right? So Audio gets up there, and he was like, basically, man, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Basically, I guess, he young, And I think that the difference between audio and what is his name? She is a clown, Rain Slowly. The difference between audio, how he's seeing this information as opposed to ghetto, is I feel like audio, and audio was young, and I really think that he was okay. He was giving them the benefit of it. I don't even think audio liked Lemon for real, right? Y'all remember when I told y'all some of these people that attach themselves to content creators, they don't really like the content creator. They are just there, to jump on the panel. They might have channels, they might not have channels, but they jumping on this popular channel, number one, so they can be seen, maybe garner some attention for themselves. They have ulterior motives, right? And I think that's what's the deal with audio. But I think that, because they supposed to be going to Vegas, whatever, which I don't think it never's gonna happen. But hey, Red Vines, we don't get to that, right? I think because of what happened yesterday, because of what because see, the maintenance man is not on YouTube, right? And so it threw a chink in the armor, right? Now I done told y'all about your core matrix, right? I think that when that maintenance man got up there and said that I always thought that lemon was fruity or whatever, I think that really gave a wake up call to people's core matrix, especially ghetto and audio's core matrix. And what I mean by core matrix is your reality, right? Now you can play and try to act like you don't know online all day. But this man is not from the beef sector, this maintenance man, you know what I mean? And by him saying, oh, I always thought he was fruity, right? As did all the rest of us, right? I think that through a chink in the armor, I think Ghetto was embarrassed by the whole situation because somebody that's not on YouTube, came on and said that, yeah, I always thought he was fruity. Oh, you like girls? You know what I mean? So I think, and then Ghetto, like I said, he been crashing out. He was crashing out over there. He was still letting Lemon talk crazy to him. Hey, Miss Betty Boop, Lemon, Ghetto likes to troll, but then he likes to act dumb. He is not dumb at all. He is another one of them subscribers that like to latch on to people, okay, so they can be seen. He don't necessarily like Lemon. He know what Lemon is all about, but he know that being a cheerleader for Lemon, it gets him seen, right? And that, but when it comes to people starting to call him out, on Lemon's sexuality or whatever, I think that started to make him feel uncomfortable, right? So he started talking about the optics of the whole situation in the trip, right? Okay, so that happened. So there was explosive live. It was a very good live that Pizarro put on, right? And also, but we're gonna go back to Pizarro's live. Let's skip up. KRN did an emergency calling show, right? I listened to the whole show. There were some great questions asked, but I didn't understand what I don't. Okay, so it's like people was mad at the maintenance man or upset with Ghetto. My thing is, why weren't you more upset with Lemon, right? Because what Lemon is doing is he has a lack of integrity. We all know that, right? He will lie to your face and then cuss you out and disrespect you. We all know he fruity. This ain't nothing new, right? He like to play in people's face. He a setup queen and all of that, right? I don't think he was ever going to, I guess, confess being TP, being Lemon around his prep. Yeah, he said that. We're gonna talk about that, right? Thank you, Dr. Soap. Anyway, uh uh oh, I forgot my place trying to read the chat, right? Uh so like I said, KRN did emergency live, right? Now here's the thing about KRN. The live was good. The callings were good. I don't. It seemed like the people were trying to make it, still trying to make an excuse for Lemon. Telling me, what does it matter if he gay? It matters. The question matters if he's gay or not because that is a part of his storyline. Like, why are y'all trying to act like that's not a part of his storyline? A part of his storyline is people wanting to know when is he gonna come out? When is he gonna come out the closet? Because we all know he's fruity. Okay, the maintenance man that confirmed what we already know in the first place. Okay, So it's part of his storyline. That's why it's relevant. Why people weren't they ain't necessarily worried about his sexuality. They talking about the storyline, right? And concerning the storyline, it does matter. So I don't understand what they didn't understand about that when they was calling in. I guess because it was KRN's show. You know, some people try to baby these people and try to be delicate about the situation, but it matters because it's a part of the storyline. And then KRN, I guess he was up there being messy because KRN himself, after Vegas, he came back from Vegas and him and Lemon got into it a little bit. He was even alluding to Lemon being fruity. But last night on his call in, he was like, no, the man said he was straight and no, he don't like me. No, he really don't get tickled when I come up there. When the caller was saying that, he get really excited when Lemon come up when KRN his lemons link and he was like, no, no, when somebody gonna be on my side and all of this and all that, right? So KRN is not stupid. He know Lemon gets real giddy and happy when he hits his link and all of this and all that, right? So why you then gonna try to play dumb on purpose and trying to act like no? He said he da 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 blah blah blah, right? No, he don't like me like it. He treat me just like he treat everybody else, basically, which we all know is not true, right? So, I was taken aback by that a little bit, but then he messy, so I get it, right? But child, really, this what we doing? And so anyway, he gets to now. I felt like KRN had a problem really with Ghetto more than he had a problem with Lemon, right? So he was really, um, he wasn't calling, in my opinion, um, Ghetto, uh, Lemon be too drunk. That's a big problem. In my opinion, he wasn't too drunk yesterday when he put that maintenance man on the screen, though, was he? Um, he wasn't calling him homophobic. You know what I mean? But I think he felt the way about how Ghetto was feeling, about Lemon, because he was like, basically, what's the problem? You was cool with him before, and so now after this revelation from the maintenance man, you don't want to be seen with him in Vegas and all of this and all that, right? So Ghetto, explains that I'm gonna have my frat brothers there, and I can dang it, hold on, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. I had to get that. I done lost half my chat, y'all. I had to get take that call. Let me know if y'all can hear me, okay? So anyway, I hope y'all can hear me. And honey, it's the morning time, and everybody and their mama want to call me, okay? I thought drunk people passed that after. Well, not him, child. You can hear me? Okay, thank you, Dr. Soapy. So anyway, we was talking about KRN's video, right? So he had to call in. It was a good call in. I think people was still, trying to defend Lemon. I don't know why, but they were. And for me, it's not about his sexuality. Like I said, it's a part of the storyline. It's about the fact that, they drug Jay Wilson out the closet, right? Mr. Bring the Lube, okay? When he was trying to get over on the girls, they did the same thing to Shaquem. Well, Lemon did that to Shaquem. You know what I mean? And and people in reality, no, don't nobody care who you sleep with. It ain't about that, but it's a part of the storyline. It has been a part of the storyline as to whether he is or is not, a part of the community, right? So that's why it matters. So people are saying, well, it don't matter, and I don't understand this, la 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 la. Right? So Ghetto calls in, and I felt like I said, KO and Slick had a issue with Ghetto, right? Because he was, questioning Ghetto as to it didn't matter then, why does it matter now? And Ghetto was trying to explain, I'm not homophobic. I got gay frat brothers and all of this and all of that. But I think that now Ghetto said it was the optics for him, right? Concerning the Vegas trip, how am I gonna bring my, my male frat members to Vegas, and then Lemon is gonna pop up, and he is gay presenting, right? Um, is that right, Betty Boop? Oh wow, I didn't even know that. And he is gay present. That's what Lemon was saying. I mean, that's what I'm sorry, that's what Ghetto was saying, right? But I don't know what it was that KRM was trying to get him to say. You know what I mean? And I also think that Ghetto was shook, right? People been coming down on him about why you supposed to be straight, why cheerleading for this gay man so hard, and all of this and all of that, right? So I think he been crashing out a little bit over that because it's leaked over into other sectors, and he's trying to explain it away. But when that maintenance man, um, said what he said yesterday, it affected his core reality, his core matrix, right? Like it hit it dead, it was dead in the face. And I think that's why he was crashing out over there on Pizarro's. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that now I don't know if Lemon is still going to. I mean, not Lemon. I don't know if Ghetto is still going to Vegas, and if he goes to Vegas, is he going to, go to the club and pop bottles or whatever he said with Lemon, with his hetero frat brothers and all of this and all that. It's the optics to me, right? And more than the optics, is that Ghetto when that man said what he said. He got, it's no way he can hide it anymore. It's no way he can pretend like he don't know that Lemon is not fruity anymore, right? There's no doubt in his mind now. And so now, he over there trying to nigga explain or whatever, right? And he been doing it since yesterday, since it happened. That's why he was crashing out. And as far as the audio guy goes, I think he said they didn't have no problem or whatever and all this and all that. So if they don't have no problem, if is audio still going to Vegas, is he still willing to party with Lemon? Because Lemon ain't looking for the girls, right? Lemon looking for the boys. Now, part of the reason why I think Lemon wanted audio to come to Vegas is because, the same way he get, feel a way about KRN is the same way he feel about audio. He think they cute the same way he feel about the maintenance man. Okay, right? And as far as like, take Malik for instance, right? How does he feel about what was said on Pizarro's channel? Because it had to affect his core matrix as well. Because he be over there cheerleading for Lemon too, you know. And you supposed to be these hetero males, right? He said he's still going for a golf tournament, but not saying right, because like I said, it affected his core matrix. He concerned about the optics now, but weren't you concerned about the optics before? So he was pressing them on that, and I don't understand. And I guess KRN really did feel a way about that. Him saying what he said. I think he wanted Lemon to come out and say how he really feel about it, and Lemon kept skirting the issue. You know what I mean? And he really didn't come out and say, what he really felt about it, right? I don't even know if he got the words for it, right? He don't want to come across as the wrong way, so he kept skirting the issue. So Ghetto finally dropped down. He finally got off the thing, right? But I do think KRN felt the way about it. And of course, other people was coming up, well, what does it matter? His sexuality, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that, right? See, what the deal is, Ghetto, and that's why I put in the title. My question is, I want to know what's his real thoughts on the issue, right? That's what I want to know. Because you keep skirting the issue, right? Now, another part of the thing, I did the maintenance man commentary as well as the ghetto commentary or whatever together, right? Now, but my question is, Ghetto, for you, besides the optics, what are how did it really affect you to have this slapped in your face by what this maintenance man said? Because he is not a YouTuber. So now you feel away because you know that this man been fruity for as long as you've been swinging for him, but you've been trying to play it off simply because you want to sit on Lemon's link because Lemon got a popular link over there now. Same as audio at the end of the day, same as Malik, okay, and whatever else, whatever other supposedly hetero man is sitting over there swinging for him, right? Yeah, I don't know he gay. Give me a break. Especially you, Ghetto. You too old not to know, right? Ghetto feels Lemon can't have an intellectual conversation. I don't even think that it's the intellectual conversation, honey. Okay, let me tell you what it is, right? So after what is his name? Ghetto gets off the line, Ness calls in, right? So Ness called into the show, and Ness pretty much said, and I knew this, and I had said this a couple of times before about, before Ness went to Nesscation, Lemon was saying all this stuff he was going to do to her. They were supposed to have the play marriage and the fake baby and all of this and all that. But Ness said as soon as she seen Lemon, right, in Vegas, she knew that he was fruity. She said it was the way he was walking, the way he held his hand, you know what I mean? And she mentioned how he was walking across the field at one point in time. Like as soon as she seen him, he knew. And I really think, hey lady, see how you doing? Ghetto didn't want to be seen with Lemon in real life. I don't yeah. He cool with Lemon being exactly. You don't mind being cool with him online. But offline, nope. Nope. You don't want to do that. Nope. He don't like the optics. Hey TT, how you doing? Yeah, please hit the like button. Share the video if you could, right? He don't like the optics of it. He don't mind playing around online, but in actuality, bringing Lemon around his friend, bringing Lemon around Ghetto's friends, Ghetto don't want that. He don't want them type of optics, right? I don't care how much he say he got gay frat brothers and all of this and all of that. Offline, Lemon, Ghetto don't want to deal with Lemon because he been knowing, hey Fifi, how Lemon is, right? Now that's what he ought to just tell the truth. That's why people keep pressing him. Cause he won't say it, right? I don't mind playing with him online. I don't mind playing the game online. You can be what you want to be online. But hey Fifi again. I see you say Miss D said Miss O or something like that. But hey girl. And I think at the end of the day, yeah, that's what the deal is. I think that's what KRN wanted him to say, right? So anyway, that's his the thing, and she tells about it as soon as she seen him. I knew he was gay and all of this and all that. Now I had said that, right? And at the end of the day, and Kimmy said that too. At the end of the day, even when KRN came back from the Vegas case, because he met him too. He was alluding to Lemon being fruity. Okay, but then last night he was like, no, no, he a hetero man, and no, no, he ain't attracted to me, and all of this and all of that. Well, smiling, lying through his teeth the whole time, right? And so that was very interesting, right? I was like, wow, okay. but he don't want to be seen with Lemon in public for real. Now he ought to just say that and move it right along. All right. Now my thing is moving forward. How is he going to play this in other sectors? Right now over here, uh, you know, it's one thing, but when you go to other sectors and they press you about Lemon in other sectors, what is your response going to be? And I think that he's conflicted when it comes to that, right? I'm thinking he having an issue with that as well, right? Ghetto, I don't care how much you want to say I got gay frat brothers and all of this and all of that. Online, you don't mind, but offline, you mind, okay? You need to just come clean and just say it. So he said it. So since he deleted the video last night, what I wanted to know, y'all, another question that I got is: did Ghetto or Audio hit Lemon's link last night? Does anybody know if he hit the link last night? And what do you guys feel about, Ghetto not being actually wanting to be seen with him? Right? Did Ghetto actually even have any intentions of meeting Lemon, in person in Vegas? Did he have any intentions at all? Because I know he said that we was going, pop bottles in the club and all of this and all of that. Oh, he didn't hit the link, Dr. Soapy. Thank you. Ghetto have seen those pictures of Lemon on Shaquem. Right. Ghetto he's deflecting, right? He's absolutely deflecting, right? And people done started calling him out on it and he crashing out. He don't know what to say, right? He don't know what to say with that. He caught between, so do I throw Lemon all the way under the bus and speak about him really badly? Or do I just try to sideswipe it? You know what I mean? So that's very interesting, right? Yes, Audio came to the link. What was said, Fifi? I would like to know what was said. Oh, you welcome, Dr. Sophie. No, he was never going to meet. Yeah, I don't think he was going to meet him. And so Ness also said, after you said it's swishy swashy, right? So Ness said Lemon over there getting his whole life right now, right? And I believe Ness, because when it comes to Lemon, anything for attention, good publicity, bad publicity, it's all good publicity for Lemon, right? In my opinion, it's all good. But Lemon don't care who he throw under the bus, who feelings he hurt. He's still gonna do him. I didn't hit the link 2 times. It's like what was said, Fifi? Because like I said, when I went to look for the video, it was gone. You know, and I was like, oh my God, am I looking in the wrong place? I don't know what was going. They began to fight him, and okay. What was said, Dr. Soapy? Like, what were they fighting about and how did it end? Y'all know I said these are questions. I'm sorry about having to ask y'all that in the chat, but I didn't see the video and I really wanted to know what was going to happen. So, did Ghetto go over there? I think somebody said earlier that no, Ghetto didn't show up. Yeah, he don't care about nobody but himself, right? He really doesn't. He don't care who. That's why he's such a setup queen, okay? Because he don't care, right? And as far as Ghetto, I think I heard somebody said that Ghetto felt like Lemon was gonna set him up in some kind of way, the way he did the maintenance man. But what about the way he did Shaquem? And how was he gonna set you up? Like, what you mean? What you mean by that? Mm. He wanted Audio to come to Lemon's to fight. Oh wow. Well, I think that is Lemon's defense mechanism because he done been added by the maintenance man. That's probably why he wanted to fight with Audio if that's what they did. How did it end up? What did Audio say at the end of the day? Because like I said, I don't think Audio really ever liked him in the first place. It was just Lemon was a popular place to be. So you got to be careful with some subscribers and their ulterior motives. We've been talking about this for days. He said he wasn't mad at Lemon, but he ain't gonna let Lemon get him into trouble. I heard that. Okay, I respect that. They have fallen. Audio. Him and Lemon and fell out. Dr. Soap, is that what you're saying? Lemon wanted Audio to come fight, and Audio didn't um go or respond. Oh, okay. He never came. Okay, okay. Yeah. Audio. What is his name? Ghetto is trying to run around, sector to sector. The niggas playing right now, right? Y'all don't forget to let me talk about Truth Enterprise and what she said about Room Shaker, okay? Don't let me forget about that, right? And so anyway, as far as the trip go, Ness was like, oh my God, he getting his whole life. And also, Ness feels like I feel. I think she feels this way that now Lemon got the perfect excuse not to come to the trip, right? Even though people done got tickets, they can still go if they got their accommodations ready. They can just still go without Lemon, right? But now Lemon has a perfect excuse not to go on this trip, which I don't think he was going anyway. And here's another thing. I don't think people is realizing this. Have y'all heard Lemon when he was saying, like, if he audio said he go audio said he go on the chat. He go on the chat but not take up for him anymore. Oh, he gonna go to his chat but not take up for him anymore, and he ain't mad at him, and that's cool. Audio is younger, and so this younger generation is more accepting of gay people, right? But I don't think they like the down now. What is his name? Ghetto also mentioned the fact that he wasn't really cool with down low men or his frat brothers. Even his gay frat brothers didn't like the down low guys and all of this and all that. He threw that in there. But my thing is Ghetto. He wasn't down low. Now he might be trying to play down low online, but he can say whatever he want to say. Actions speak louder than words. Okay, I'm just saying. R plus RS is. Oh, thank you, Doctor Salve. Thank you. Thank you. Let me put this up here so I won't forget. Cheryl, y'all got me today. Thank you. So anyway, I guess we're gonna have to watch how that play out, right? So before I get to truth, that's all I got to say about that. Thing is Ghetto. You want Lemon to come clean, but you need to come clean too. So we already know about Lemon, but what I want to know is your true feelings about the situation, Ghetto, right? So when y'all see Ghetto around, y'all tell him that the Oracle wants to know his true feelings as it pertains to Lemon, and how he been going to bat for Lemon and all of this and all that, and the maintenance done affected his core matrix. Now, how does he feel about reality being slapped in his face about something that he already knew anyway? Like, you can't play those games no more, like you didn't know that your man's, as you call it, is fruity. You can't play those games no more. Okay? So now it's gonna spread through the sectors, and are you or like I know you like the attention or whatever, but how are you gonna explain it away or whatever, right? That's what I want to know. Those are my questions. So if y'all see him, let him know the uncle want to know those questions, shall, right? So let me move it right along. Move it right along. We got it out. So from what I heard, and if I believe, I think I heard right that okay. So Pizarro got a wish list, right? And on Pizarro's wish list, now this kind of goes in the room shaker, right? Pizarro, I heard that Pizarro on her wish list, I believe that there's a pregnancy pillow. She want a pregnancy. She got a pregnancy pillow on the wish list, right? So I'm like, who's a pregnancy pillow for, Pizarro? Because I don't believe it's for you. You ain't came out and said nothing like that. But we know we don't think you got no kids. But I remember a long time ago when they said that was your daughter, and she did look like you. She could probably a teenager now. Hit your live button, and she was playing around with the YouTube, right? So my question, Pizarro, is the pregnancy pillow for your daughter? Or your alleged daughter, one of your cousins. Like, what is the deal? What is who's the pregnancy pillow for, right? You got offline yesterday. They said you scraped your arm against a door or something like that, and it was hurting, and you had to go to the hospital. Did you really have to go to the hospital? Cause whoever the pregnancy pillow for is having complications. Like, what's going on, Pizarro? See, people is breezing over that part, and I heard Brianna's live. She was over there talking about it, and she was like, Pizarro would explain to y'all what's going on, right? So I'm assuming that's what she over there doing now. That's what she gonna do today, right? But who's a pregnancy pillow for, Pizarro? I don't believe it's for you. And if you do actually have a teenage daughter, is that pillow for her? Or is that pillow for somebody else in your family? I still don't think you got no kids. And if you do, have a teenage daughter, and those other little kids that you say you got, is she the one that be taking care of your kids while you online 24/7? And now is she with child her own self? Those are the questions that I got. Okay, it's another question that I had. Who's a pregnancy pillow for? I told y'all it's about questions today. Questions is in the title, right? So if somebody could, find that out for me, it would be great, you know. So anyway, I heard Truth Enterprise over there this morning. Truth Enterprise is quite upset, right? Truth Enterprise, she started out talking about now I didn't know this, but I went to see it for myself and I didn't hear about it either. I know there's probably videos about it, but I didn't see it, right? Not yet anyway, right? So evidently this mom and her kids got jumped by some other kids in Chicago and they really hurt the lady. Like she was in, her and her kids was in a hospital or something like that. But anyway, it was on VS Community Wall, right? And Truth had a lot to say about that, right? Now, I don't know how this segued into Room Shaker, but when I came in, Truth was talking about basically saying, Room Shaker, how you going to say all of these things talking about Rico and his health condition when you took your daughter, when you allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I heard the story before too, but I didn't hear her age, right? When you allegedly took your 12-year-old daughter to I'm going to say a hoochie mama party, right? And the Truth was saying some other things, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Truth also said, was referencing that baby that you got, you was with some Negro and you supposed to have a baby by him. But if you ain't never been with the Negro, how you got a baby by him and is it your daughter's baby, right? The one that you go pick it up from school and all this and all that. Is it really your daughter's baby as a result of going to the party, child, right? That's what Truth was saying, but she was talking about how you gonna talk about Rico when you took your daughter to this party, and clearly she was a minor, she wasn't even a teenager, right? So Truth Enterprise is going over there, talking about that, and she was like, we ain't going and all of this and all that. And Truth Enterprise really felt the way about that, right? She was talking about these bad mamas, and she said she sees Truth as being even worse than Pizarro, right? Because she took her to that party. Now I remember somebody having a conversation about that. It came from the other sector or whatever. And I remember Truth explaining she took her to the party. She was downstairs and somebody, was watching her the whole time. I remember that, right? But we know for days, even yesterday on Pizarro's panel, um, Truth been up there with her big ass mouth, all in the middle of stuff. You ain't supposed to be liking these people, but ever since you had your video, you've been hitting these panels, you've been hollering, going back and forth with Ghetto and all of this and all of that. You got into it with Rico. Rico was beef sector, you are not. And so I'm thinking that's why Truth was mentioning what she was mentioning today on her video, right? And so, Room Shaker, my question for you is how do you feel about what Truth had to say about you on her video, right? And why are you still riding Ghetto so much? Like you are obsessed. YTC got up on Pizarro's video yesterday explaining what happened when her and Ghetto was supposed to meet up, and it seemed like you really got an issue with Ghetto not meeting you, even though you said you never wasn't gonna meet him anyway. So what is the problem? Y'all got 35 likes. I realize there's a few people in here, but guys, can you at least give me the 50 likes? I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I know there's other stuff going on, more entertaining people, but thank you guys for being here and listening to me. And the replay gang is strong, okay? Thank you guys so much for those of you that are going to do the replay gang. Thank you. It's just a lot going on today, and I get it, right? So there's my question for you, Room Shaker. How do you feel about what Truth was talking about this morning? She was basically calling you a bad mother, and how dare you talk about Rico when you had this situation going on with you taking your daughter to that very suspect party. Okay? So, good morning, slick chicks, visually something, right? How do you feel about that? So, there's my question to you, right? Slick chicks, visually impaired life. Hi, good morning. And so I found it interesting. But truth on, she has some things to say to Room Shaker, right? And you have been running around for days spouting off your big ass mouth, for no reason at all, sounding like a big ass bully. And I still say, X party what, Dr. Soapy? Oh yeah, yeah, yes, absolutely. I see the S. Yeah, that Dr. Soapy, that part. Yeah, that's the party it's supposed to be in. Yeah, and she took her daughter with. Now she did say she took her to the party. She admitted to that. She said that the daughter was downstairs being looked after though. But why was she there in the first place? Okay, those are the questions this Room Shaker had. I mean that Truth Enterprise had. Those are also the questions that I had. Okay, why was she even there in the first place? It don't matter if she was being looked at or after or not. Why was she in that environment? And you got so much to say about people in the beef sector. Do you think they're not going to bring up your past? Do you think that's what we do over here? Okay, nothing never dies over here. Okay, so eventually somebody's going to talk about it. All right, it was going to happen. It was absolutely going to happen. Right. So anyway, I didn't want to hold you guys too long. I just want to come on and ask these questions because it was very interesting yesterday. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen today. There were a lot of good lives yesterday. I had to actually sit down and do my research for my own self because I was interested because the maintenance man set it off, honey. Okay, and the maintenance man was so important yesterday to a lot of people because he pretty much verified what people had already been saying online about lemon being fruity. Because he's not the maintenance man is not on the beach. I still don't understand why they had to call the maintenance man job. I don't understand that because what was the maintenance man saying wrong? He didn't feel like lemon was ever straight in the first place. Okay, how you doing, Just Me? So, what did the maintenance man say that was so wrong that you would call his job? But we know that's what some folks do around here. I get that, but I hope the man is not fired from his job. It's hard for a man to find a job in this economy, especially a black man. You know what I mean? And y'all should enjoy. And did y'all enjoy him coming up there? Cause he's not a part of the beef sector. So y'all don't want. And then they saying Glitter Boots want to do an interview with him. Okay, so y'all gonna call his job again if we do the interview? Like, what is the deal with that? Like, why are y'all running off the T? I don't get that. Why run off the T? Okay. And Room Shaker, you and Krista need to calm the freak down. Okay? That's what y'all need to do. Room Shaker, you done ran a storyline with Ghetto in the ground, honey. The only problem that you got with Ghetto for real is that he would meet your ugly ass, okay? You said you weren't never gonna meet him out of one side of your mouth, but then on the other side of your mouth, you picking out an outfit to meet. Okay? Picking out an outfit to go meet him with. So you clearly felt the way about it because you still got a problem with him. Okay? And also I heard a little bit of what is her name? A little bit of oh my god, YouTube Cameras video. And she was cussing out. I think she was cussing out Paulette. Now I don't know what was that about. Do y'all know what that was about? Because she was cussing out Paulette and Jay Wilson, right? Oh, and speaking of Jay Wilson, why was Jay Wilson going off on Lovely Love and Jay and Lovely Love was supposed to have the I guess the cornbread challenge on his channel? So why was he going off on Lovely Love? Oh, is it because she was thinking about doing it on Lemon's channel as well? Like, what was the deal with that? Child, y'all, I got so many questions, okay? Because I be missing lives and stuff. But they said that Jay Wilson was going off on Lovely Love. And so is Lovely Love still gonna have the challenge on this channel after he done disrespected her? I'm just trying to make it make sense, okay? And at the end of the day, the thing that these men in common, I'm gonna say this in closing, the thing that some of these guys, not all guys, but the thing that a lot of these guys, not all of them, the thing that a lot of these guys have in common on the internet in general is this red pill or black pill mentality. Gay or straight, they are very misogynistic. Some of them, not all of them. They're very misogynistic. Some of them when it comes with and then let me tell y'all this before I get off here. I was listening to Brianna's chat yesterday. She even slick called out James. Because so when she was talking about Lemon, I think she was talking about Lemon getting a pass and all this and all that, right? Now she basically said, James, they done forgave you or let you slide a time or two when it came to some things you said about Fire Babe. I was like, ooh, did y'all catch that? I was like, okay. So she really felt about a way. She really heard James and felt a way about what he said. She caught what he was saying the other day when he did the video. Cause she called him out on this. Somebody called him an outlier or something like that, and there's a reference to why they gave him the pass. No, James was, really popular when he was fighting with Fire Baby, and they did give him a pass. Okay, with a lot of the stuff that he said concerning the Fire Baby. And so she mentioned that yesterday. I was like, child. Thank you, Dr. Sophie. Some people that don't have jobs are the ones that call people's jobs. Child, you got a point, right? When they call people jobs, people that don't have nothing to lose will make others lose what they have. Ain't that the truth, Betty Boo? Now I don't even understand why somebody like what is his name? Ghetto is still online. Like you done lost a good job. Jay Wilson done lost several jobs, right? From people calling in, right? On people jobs, but yet still y'all still on here, y'all addicted, y'all old asses to the point to where you won't get off here. And Ghetto, I want to know what it is that you're lacking in your life. See, somebody like him will never hit my link because I got some real questions to ask him, okay? What is it that you're lacking in your life to the point where you have to come on here with this tomfoolery all the time? Hey, Ronnie Howard, they're absolutely the most dangerous because they don't got nothing to lose. They'll make you lose everything. Okay, I don't get why they called the man's job. I don't see what the man did wrong. They should have got a good little kiki out of it. Okay, Ghetto act like he a little slow. Child, he is not a little slow. He is just as not as smart as he think that he is, and he's addicted to YouTube. He been on here for years. Okay. Now the water is getting hot for him right now, but see, Ghetto is like Lemon, in the fact that they like attention, right? No matter how they can get the attention, they like the attention, right? Now it don't matter what Ghetto is saying about Vegas. Do I think he will actually, after all this has been said, meet up with Lemon? Yes, I do. I don't care if he's saying he going to the golf tournament, they ain't gonna meet up. You gonna have to meet him at least to say hi, right? Now you might not go to the club with him to pop the bottles and party, like you and audio was gonna go do, but you're absolutely at least gonna meet him, okay? And then they had what's his name, Talent up there, saying what he had to say about the situation, okay? We know what Ness think about the situation, but I had told y'all as soon as Ness seen him, with all that stuff that he was saying he was gonna do to Ness online and all of this and all of that, when she seen him, he looked the way that he looked. I really think that pissed off and disappointed Ness. Like I really do. I think that's why her and Lemon ain't cool to this day because I think she feel like he straight up lied to her before he ever met her in Vegas. Now I don't know if she'll ever say that, but that's the way I feel. But as far as Ghetto, child, Ghetto know what the deal is. He been knowing what the deal is. Okay. Now so all of a sudden after the maintenance man done said what he said, and he done brought reality into the situation. Now you ain't got nothing for Lemon now, right? So I understand when the people, was asking that question. So why you don't have nothing for Lemon now? You was cheerleading for him forever, but now the maintenance man, which is not on YouTube, that said what he done said for everybody to hear in this sector as well as other sectors, because you best believe it spread like wildfire. Okay, so now you don't want to have nothing to do with him no more. Now you want to turn your back on him, right? Because it's the optics, right? But why wasn't it the optics before? You know why? Because you like attention, okay? But now I am side eyeing Ghetto now, absolutely, and you should side eye him, Lou 44. You know, like I said, I still think that Ghetto have homoerotic fantasies about Lemon. Like I really do. I said it before. I'm saying it now, okay? Because he be doing too much. This a whole catfish herself. Child, she put on 50 layers of makeup. She put on her face, okay? She got her face, her actual face. in my opinion, is hidden under all those layers of makeup. But it is what it is, child. You know, she feeling good about herself now, and more power to her. You know, what I mean, whatever you gotta do to make yourself feel better, okay. I ain't even got nothing to say about it. If she got to put on 50 layers of makeup to make herself, uh, uh, you know, feel good, okay, all right. And why do and some people just be on people to the point to where it seems like you hating, right? It's one of these old content creators in particular. Get the hell on my nerves, right? What is her name over there? She always got something to say. Can y'all give me to 50 likes before I get off here, please? I'll be on the way to 100. But if I can at least get to 50 likes, with the few people I got in here, y'all make me feel a whole lot better. And y'all please be part of the replay game. Ghetto listening to ZX. Like we haven't seen him in the bit. Right, Ronnie Howard. Now that when it comes to that ZX, that glitter boots, child, that's a whole hot mess. Okay, I think that from his tickle pickles when he get ready. Why did he keep trying to call into King Roman's calling last night when he knows that ain't he on the call block list with his disgusting self? Okay? The reason why he's so misogynistic towards women is because he don't like women either. That's why he ain't got no woman with his old age. Think about it. Having a degree gives you knowledge in that area. Yeah, it doesn't mean you have more. That's true. That ain't what I'm saying, Betty Boo. You know what I mean? Just because you got book sense don't mean you got common sense. But Ghetto is old enough and done lived life long enough to know what the deal is with limit. You know. And so, yeah, he can see what's in front of his face. He can hear whatever, and a lot of people ain't telling the same lie. Okay? When you get more than one person thinking this thing about a person, you got a whole nother gay man pretty much validating what the deal is. And what, hey, Miss Creole, I hope you're feeling better. I'll be part of thank you, Miss Creole. When you got a whole lot of people, including me, saying the same thing, yeah, he on the block list. I thought so, running out. He kept trying to call in. They don't want to hear what you got to say, honey, with your weird self glitter boots. Why do you keep calling? So you just gonna make him put you on the phone? No, it don't work that way, weirdo. And did him? Okay, another question I got on the way out the door. Why did him and Ness fall out? Can y'all? Hey, everybody, can y'all? Anybody tell me why him and Ness fell out? Real fast before I get off it because I didn't see it. They say he did a video and put it on private. So what was the point to where he had to put the video on private? Did anybody see it? What happened? Why did him and Ness fall out? Because he was getting some traction around here. Because Ness was giving him some airtime, and y'all know she got a thing about old men, you know. Maybe she got a father complex or something like that. Because, she obsessed over Jay Wilson and ZX at the same time. But why did they fall out? Does anybody know? Why they fell out? And why did he put the video on private? After he said what he had to say to Ness. Now, I knew that wasn't going to last long. Because he going to disrespect the women, eventually. Did he disrespect her? Like, what made the video, well, evidently, uh ZX and Ness had some words because he did a video, about Ness, I guess coming after him or saying something about him or whatever, and he didn't like it. But then he did a video and put it on private. So I was just wondering if anybody knew what that was about. Cause they was good buddies and pals for a minute there. So now they're not good buddies and pals no more. The S the hold on. The SC was saying about Shakim in the district. Oh, is that why they fell out, Dr. Soapy? About Shakim? Oh well. Shakim did a live this morning. I seen a little bit of it. He was getting his whole life over there. Oh, you think somebody drug him on her channel? Okay. I don't watch him either, Ronnie Howard. I refuse to click on the link of his. That video is still up. It was about ZX and Shakim falling out. Okay. So why was he mad at Ness? Why was he mad at Ness? Because Ness went to Shakim's defense or something like that. See, y'all gotta realize that's why when they have what the thing about Vegas is the reason why Shakim and Ness is so close right now is a cause of what had been revealed about Lemon, in my opinion, in Vegas. Okay, he accused Shakim of trying to be divisive. Oh wow, and so Ness wasn't going. Oh wow. I know that I know that mm, what was I gonna say? But anyway, Shakim was getting his whole life this morning, about the situation, and then he was saying something about Honest Row. I didn't go over there to look while he was gathering Honest Row. I think he was like implying that Honest Row, wanted to be Lemon's new head lemonade or whatever, or lemonade or whatever you want to call it. He is jealous of Shakim and this. Who you talking about? Glitter Boots? I can believe it. Yeah, absolutely. Hmm. He want to keep that getting that shine that he was getting off of Ness. And then here's another thing. Okay, everybody know that ZS is disgusting. I only need 4 more likes. Y'all have 50 likes. Can somebody please, if you can, if you don't mind, give me 4 likes, and that'll be halfway to my 100, child. Here's the thing: ZX don't like women. Okay, but he tried it with Fire Baby, it didn't work. He tried it with Jay Wilson. It didn't work. So he was actually getting some headway with Ness, but that goes to show how mediocre and how lame some of the subscribers have gotten around here. Like they don't know about ZX and how misogynistic and disrespectful he is towards women. Child, I didn't like that people were saying Ghetto was homophobic. When he said it's about lemon makes everyone content. Right, he did say this about limit. He do make everybody content. He don't have no integrity at all, you know. But it's also about the optics. Lemon thought he was special. You mean Ghetto thought he was special? I don't know why. I'm not a Ghetto supporter. Ghetto likes attention. He don't even necessarily like Lemon, but he like the attention that he get when he be going to bat for Lemon or whatever. That's what the deal is. I told y'all about these people hitting these links with these subscribers with these ulterior motives. It happened to me. Okay, it happened to me when it came to Ronnie Q. Okay, she didn't necessarily like the content creator me, but she liked being the co-host while she was over here because she was thinking about starting her own channel. Okay, so she didn't necessarily like me because first thing she did when she got the chance was flake out on me. But she did like being a content creator. I mean, a co-host, in my opinion, getting her voice heard over here before she started her channel. And then people got the nerve to be saying I be regurgitating her material. No, honey, I'm better at politics than she is. Okay, all you got to do is listen. All right, it ain't gonna last between it. No, yeah, I think it's over now. Lou, yeah, thinks the men are his sons. I think he attracted to him. I don't think he think they his sons at all. Y'all only need 2 more likes. 2 more likes. He also said it was the YAG S2. Oh wow. I only need 2 more likes, y'all. Can y'all help your girl out? Right? And running out he thinks they are his sons. Um, the boy, he said he had never wanted. Oh, he think that they I think that he be on lemons like that because once again, it ain't about lemon. It's about the attention, right? Because nobody don't pay attention to his ass. It ain't about these younger men around here being the sons that he always wanted. Not in my opinion, because I done heard how he go with the audio pup guy. Ain't that guy in his 20s? And Lemon is clearly old enough to be his son as well. But honey, it's about the attention for ZX. Okay, ZX had a son he never claimed. Well, he can't come over here and claim nobody. That ain't even what it's about to me. I don't care if you try to say that or not. He trying to impart old man bye-bye wisdom and he ain't got none of his own self, okay? You that old and you supposed to be this suave, this Rico Suave that you at home alone. Now what does it say about a man that's really not bad looking at all and you can't keep a woman? You so misogynistic and you so abusive that no woman that don't want to stay with you. That's what the deal is. In my opinion, I'm just saying. I'm still left in the lemon telling audio to drop a location. And when he did, what? Lemon said, pull up to my house. Lemon the whole talk to child. So Lemon told Audio to drop a location so they can fight. I think somebody said that earlier. Thank you guys for the 50 likes. So he drops the location, and then his whole tone changed. Told him to pull up. Why would you pull up at somebody's house? And don't do they live in the same city or something? Yeah. Well, of course he ain't gonna meet the boy nowhere. He wasn't even gonna meet him in Vegas, because I still say he don't have no intention of going to Vegas. Now I do agree with Ness when she said that. That was all the excuse he need to, call off the trip. Now if you still got your room and your tickets and they're non-refundable, you best on and go on your trip. But do I think Lemon is gonna be there? No, I don't. He went outside he went outside to wait on him. Child, that was a front. They say 15 minutes apart. What? And so, I mean, neither one of them don't want to go to jail. Audio, he talk a good game, but, you know. And then why would you pull up to somebody else's hood? That would be stupid anyway. My grandma always told me you don't never go to nobody's house to fight them anyway. You don't know what they got in their house. They got some hot grits on the stove, some boiling hot water with some bleach in it, anything. You don't never go to nobody's house or state is a concern to fight them, because you don't never know what they got. Old folks need to worry about opening the door to his closet. Yeah, absolutely, Betty Boop. I agree. To F, not fight. I heard that, Ronnie Howard. Okay, they're gonna be wrestling like him and Shaquem was wrestling around there to the Vegas, right? That's what they gonna do. Is that what they was gonna do? He want to beat him, but not to fight. Maybe tongue wrestle. You know, maybe something like that, but not to throw fisticuffs. Okay, not to fight, not like that. He said he was not drunk driving to Audio. Is that what he said? Oh, that's another thing. I know when they was talking now. I don't know if y'all heard this or people is just letting it go by the wayside. Why is Lemon concerned about people having a problem with this ethnicity, right? I heard him say that a couple of times. And is that why he won't take his do rag off? Because something about, because maybe the way his hair is or something. Not that he don't have a hairline. It's just that he feel like people will be able to tell, like he Puerto Rican or something like that. Like what's they do? Okay, like you got the Sour Patch. You live in the Sour Patch, right? Used to anyway. You used to agree with her and all of, them little slick statements that she made. Baby Mama Brina, ain't she Hispanic or something like that, right? So, Lemon, are you Hispanic or Puerto Rican or, something like that, and you don't want the people over here in YouTube to know? You think they won't support you if you let them know that you are not like American black, that you are a Mara La Negra? Is that what the deal is, Lemon? Is that why you don't want you to take off? You don't want to take off your do rag and all of this and all that. But anyway, honey, your moral compass is all out of whack. Okay, for whatever the reason is, I done heard him say that a couple of times. A couple of times. I don't know if y'all paying attention to it. What is the deal with him and his ethnicity as it pertains to the beef sector? I would like to know that. Nobody has ever asked him that. Do y'all know? Because he done brought it up, like I said, a couple of times. What's the deal? You know, that's very interesting to me. hmm Why does he think that if he take his do rag off or whatever, his ethnicity will come into question? Because if that's the issue, then it will make sense why he's always trying to back somebody like a Sour Patch or a Baby Mama Brina. I don't get it either, CT. He may want to be Hispanic. I don't believe he's said. Now I can believe that he's a self-loathing black man, absolutely. But he said that as a couple of times, right? I think he's so confused about so much, and it's unfortunate. Okay, I hope he get his mentals worked out. And I even heard somebody was it in somebody wrote in somebody's chat. I think it was YouTube camera's chat something about when that car hit him, it knocked his morals out of whack, or maybe that's why he act the way that he act, cause he got hit so bad in a car wreck or what. A child, I don't know what it was, but I was like, interesting. Trying to make excuses for him any way they can, child. He probably just trying to start a new storyline. I heard that, Red Vines. You know, y'all saying not only did it knock his eyeballs out of whack, it knocked his marbles out of whack too, as it pertains to his brain, and that's why he act like that. That's another excuse, okay? He is a drunk. He is just that they call him the king of the sector right now, which okay, if that's what y'all say. But he is the one that's bringing the most content because he is the biggest train wreck too, and so he do always got a good storyline going on. Now that storyline that happened yesterday, I think he just stumbled into that storyline because I don't think he knew that think that he thought the maintenance man was gonna say that. Good AM, Miss O. For do you have a question? Yes, I do have a question for Malik. Is this Malik or a troll page? Because I'll drop the link if this is actually Malik. Because I do have some questions. Absolutely. Absolutely. For you and Ghetto, as a matter of fact. And Brooke. Because I'm confused. True, Miss O. Can somebody tell me if this, and if it's actually Malik, would you mind hitting my link? Because I do have some questions. I said before, I don't think he grew with black folks. He grew up with black folks. Oh well, it's Malik Natro. Okay, would you mind hitting my link, Malik? Now I'm starting to believe he never graduated from. I can believe that too, Red Vines. Hey, just read my book. I'm gonna drop the link, Malik. In case you don't mind hitting it, cause yeah, I do have some questions, some serious, some real questions, not petty or nothing. Damn, I know this thing ain't gonna trip. You see, if I can paste the thing, don't want to let me paste. God damn it! Oh Lord, shoot. Okay, Malik, I'm trying. I'm having trouble with my link. The thing don't want me to paste it. Let me go try to find it again, child. Hold on. Woo, this thing be getting on my nerves. Let me go back. I do that. Try to see if I can paste the link again. Invite a guest. Copy the link. Now, let's see. Be prepared to not get a straight answer. There you go. Here you go, Malik, if this is actually you, sir. Kang Lemon, child. He ain't even Sean Bradley running out. Okay? I won't even give him the title as Queen Lemon, okay? I really don't. So, Malik, if that's you, I dropped the link. Please hit it, child. Please. My God. Oh, this might actually be him, though. Hold on, let me put up my thing. Because I know he be calling himself my guy, right? Let's see. My God. Is this Malik?
Good morning. Yeah, it's me. I don't troll, man. You can ask your chat. I don't troll.
Yeah,
It's
I
me.
just didn't know if it was you or not. I had never seen you in my chat. So
Respectfully.
how
I've
you
been here a lot
doing?
of times. Go ahead. I'm fine.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Well, okay. So the question that I had was, okay, so let me hold on. Let me take this thing down, child. So we are both married peoples, right? So my question is that when you was having when Ghetto was having words with you, or y'all was having y'all please hit the like having words with each other. How did you feel about, or did you even mind that Brooke pretty much took over the conversation? And do you feel emasculated by her doing that to you?
No. This is her space. That's first. And
Okay.
second, the conversation that Ghetto and Brooke wound up having went left due to the other people on the panel.
Okay.
And if it's the same live, I think you were speaking about on Lemons, you can hear me telling Lemon to drop her
Well,
because
no,
I know.
I didn't hear what happened on
Oh,
Lemons,
okay, I
but I
don't.
heard what happened on over there on YTC. That was what I was talking about. Now I don't go to Lemons unless I have to red ball it. Child, I even tried to go to Lemons last night to see what happened, but the video was gone. Okay, but I don't really fool with that nigga like that. But no, what I heard was on YTC, and I don't even know if you came up or not. But I heard Brooke going at it with Ghetto, and I heard Brooke saying, she don't understand. I didn't say nothing about you, Ghetto, and all of this and all that. And then, how do you feel about Ghetto arguing with your wife in general about a conversation that he really is supposed to be having with you?
Okay, so again, the conversation yesterday, I tried to hit the link. It
Okay,
had already gotten chaotic.
okay. Did you hit the link over at ZX's when they went over
No,
there to finish?
okay, okay. Miss Olivia, I'm going to tell you the story
Okay, baby, I'm
because
gonna
you
shut
asked
up.
me to.
You tell.
No,
Let me. I'm asking too fast. Let me say this, Malik. Tell me what I want to know, and I want you to tell me everything. I'm not going to say nothing because I really do want to know, right? What happened on YTC's camera and what happened on GX's camera as it pertains to this conversation, if you don't mind me asking. Now, I'm going to go on mute, okay, sir?
okay.
Okay,
So
go
the
ahead.
whole thing started. Well, the YTC's was the continuation. Again, when I got to hit the link, it was already chaos and mayhem. And Ghetto and Brooke had gotten into it based off of the tension that was in the air. So if you go back and look, that's why I said, yo, listen, ZX, fire your live, Ghetto, meet me there. Because the conversation that should have been had was between me and Ghetto. I knew, like Ghetto has been saying, it wasn't the right time. Cooler heads will prevail. So yesterday, when they got the YTCs, both of them are under this whole bunch of pressure because they can't really talk because everybody else is there. So the conversation goes to ZX's platform. We had a grown up conversation. We killed our whole situation, which was just a matter of how I said something to him. He didn't want me to say it that way because of the respect he has for me. So I had to understand that. Does that bring you up to what you want to know right there? As
Yeah,
far as
absolutely.
them get
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, as far as them getting into it, I don't condone it. But
Mm,
also, when you're in that chaotic situation, you can't tell what's what and who's who.
mm.
Because if you go watch a conversation that was done after the whole conversation, you were able to understand that now Malik and Ghetto are having a conversation.
Okay.
Malik has never ever, I mean, Ghetto has never ever shown disrespect towards my wife.
Okay. But I felt like he was being disrespectful towards her on YTCs yesterday, and like you understand, I did. Yes, there were a lot of tensions flaring. If I'm not mistaken, even Big Mouth, Room Shaker was, in on it, going at Ghetto. Her interrupting and stuff like that. And I even heard Canola say, just leave the, drop the live, end the live YTC because it was so much chaos. Now I did hear that.
Okay.
hmm
So the
So, but
other,
when
go
So
ahead.
when y'all got to ZX's, it was a calm conversation. Y'all came to an understanding.
Yeah, it was nothing heavy.
Cool.
That's why
Okay.
I said if you take out right the audience, usually two people can have a conversation.
Right.
The audience is what kills everything.
Yes. I
So
agree.
that's why certain things I'll engage in and certain things I won't engage in.
hmm So you didn't want to engage in the back and forth with Brooke and Malik when they were on YTC's panel, but you did engage on ZX's panel. Is that what you're saying?
The reason
Because
for me hitting the link was to
mhm,
kill it and try to bring order to the situation.
right,
Because again,
mhm,
this is the beef sector. And if they can get two individuals to go at each other, that's what they're gonna get.
absolutely,
Now,
I agree.
if you pay attention to what the whole issue was, and I don't know if you watch ZX, the whole issue with me and Ghetto was he didn't like how I trolled.
Right now, I heard him say that, and I didn't
Now,
even get that part. So, what do you think?
okay,
Do you think that that was the issue for real, or was it something that you said? Like what? Because that didn't even make sense to me when he said he didn't like how you trolled. I'm like, what?
now it's an issue, and I understood why he said that
Mm.
because he's never said certain things to me, and it goes
What
like
did you
to the
say to him? What did
so
you say to him that he didn't like?
okay. If you let me explain, I'm gonna get it to you.
Go
I
ahead.
referenced that he was from Hoboken, which is just a different part of the state to which he's really from. And I think I said, um, I think I called him a chump,
Mm.
and he took those two things offensive. Now you're older, no disrespect, but
No,
it's
yeah,
just like back in the day. If you hear two dudes say, "Oh, you old jive turkey,"
yeah.
but if you've never been through that, it's going to get looked at totally different. And
Hmm.
again, with the whole sexuality thing
Yeah.
between, so I had to respect that because his thing was, yo, you making it, and I'm like, nah, dog, I'm just shooting shit with you like an old dude would shoot. But I gotta understand his point of view
Mm.
because after everything unfolded between me and him, look at all the chaos that came in.
Oh yeah.
And now, to be honest, that whole situation could be really killed in the easy way. And Ghetto has said it himself. He needs to talk to people, and I think he references Duchess Kelly Love and KRN. And then he would be able to better understand certain things. Because what Ghetto is saying is not wrong. He's just using the wrong words.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest, I'll be the first to say it right here. I could give two hot shits if Lemon was gay. But
Right.
if you are, let me know. That way I know where you stand.
Yeah, and that's
Don't,
what the issue is. That's what I had said earlier. It's not the fact that that people are saying that he's gay. It's just the fact that your actions is moving one way and you saying another thing, but you're not telling these hetero men what the deal is for real.
but I'm just a dude who don't know nothing. Let them tell it. But that's all he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm not throwing shade at nobody. And I've
Right.
referenced this before. I've been on Sean Bradley's panel. I've talked to Mother. Those
Mm-hmm.
individuals don't cross a line. You have
Right.
folks on here who cross a line. And that's
It's a
when the
down
lines
low. Do
get
you
blurred.
think? Wait a minute. Do you think that it's the down low aspect of the thing?
No, no.
Is
It's
it
about
insulting?
no, it's about respect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be as transparent as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty comes with a price. As
Mm-hmm.
long as two people are valuable to each other, you will have loyalty.
Right.
However, once one person is no longer valuable, you're not going to have loyalty. And I'm not referencing it for that particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
I am saying this: respect goes further than anything in life.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
don't
mhm,
have to like you to respect you. But
mhm,
because
mhm,
I respect you, I'm gonna keep it pushing. Hey, good morning, Miss O. How you doing? I don't have to
mhm,
have a long conversation with you. I don't have to say anything derogatory. I just
mhm,
spoke as part of being courteous.
mhm,
But
mhm.
everybody doesn't understand that. And I'm
I
not
get it.
saying
I get it. Like you say, you feel like it's a. See, here's the thing about Lemon is he really don't have no respect for nobody because he don't have no respect for himself. So you got to realize that, and that's the reason why, as a man, whether he's gay or straight, he should not be disrespecting y'all like that. Online, or I don't think he would do it offline. But online, shut up, B, and all of this and all that, the tone and all of this and all that, like you're doing too much. And these men is really trying to have your back on the strength that you say that you are a hetero man out your mouth, but your actions is still proving different. But y'all got more loyalty to him than he got to y'all, cause he don't have no loyalty for nobody, not even to himself. You know.
So um, I get what you're saying,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna say this: I navigate YouTube like I do real life, and
Right.
that's probably where people get misconstrued with me at.
Well, that's
Like in
what people
real,
get misconstrued. Let
hold
me
on,
say
Miss
this,
O.
Malik. Malik, let me say this, and I'm glad you said that. I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said that because it pertains to my earlier commentary when I said that uh, when reality intersects with YouTube, people will start crashing out. Because I felt like yesterday Ghetto was crashing out because Ghetto is not stupid. He is older. He is my age. We are peers, and he knows that lemon is fruity in his mind. But when that man that is not on YouTube, the maintenance man, came up there, and he was literally calling lemon fruity, and because Ghetto they've been on Ghetto's neck about how he goes to bat, how he's loyal to Lemon. I think that those things clashed, right? And I think that's why Ghetto had such a reaction to the commentary yesterday because of what you just said, you know.
So I'll say this, and I'll speak for myself because I
Mm-hmm.
was there when that transpired.
Mm-hmm.
When the guy said that to Lemon, I wanted Lemon, or I was expecting Lemon to say, "Yo, I don't even play them kind of games,"
Yeah, right.
but he
If you're a
didn't.
hetero man, that's what I said earlier, Malik. If you're a heterosexual male, whether you're homophobic or not, you're gonna say, "Don't play with me like it, man. I'm not gay." Like a hetero, I ain't never met a hetero man in my life that is gonna be like, "I ain't worried about it. I don't care." That is attacking your masculinity. That is attacking your heterosexuality, and a whole bunch of heterosexual men don't want to be questioned in that way, which is part of the reason why Ghetto is crashing out right now.
Well, I'm not going to say. For me, it's this way.
Mm-hmm.
I was brought up like this: two two stigmas or two titles you never want to have, and you never want to put a false bone out on anybody. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
you don't ever want to be called the G word, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be considered a rat in
Mm-hmm.
the hood. Those are
Yeah.
two titles you can't shake.
Yeah. If you are a heterosexual man, or if you are, like you said, in the hood, no, you don't want to be called a rat. And if
Yeah.
you're a heterosexual man, you don't want to be called the G word.
So,
So I get it. Yeah. Hmm.
but
So why do you think Lemon didn't correct the guy?
when you put out so much of a bravado, you kind of gotta live what you put out,
Hmm.
and you can fool hundreds of us here,
Hmm.
but the best salesman when you can fool the one you look at in the mirror.
Mm-mm. That's deep.
And that's,
That's
I
deep.
mean, that's just it. I mean,
That's
again,
deep.
if
I
he
get what
comes
you're
out to
saying.
say,
Do you think he's trying to lie to himself in the mirror?
I don't, that's above my pay grade to try to figure out his
But
rationale
I
on
get
why
what
he
you're
do
saying.
certain
It's
things.
rationale. I get what you're saying. Absolutely, and I absolutely agree. Absolutely.
But like
Mm-hmm.
I've said and I'll say, I don't condone certain things that go on here. But
Mm-hmm.
however, a man gonna stand as a man no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's what I was saying earlier. That's all I was trying to say. Why didn't he
So
correct the maintenance man when he was saying that? Why didn't he correct him? Right, Dr. Soapy said it's
I
not even
mean,
above my pay grade, right, Dr. Soapy? I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, but if I had the answer to that, I
Mm-hmm.
would be, and I'm gonna say this with all respect. If I can
Mm-hmm.
answer why people do what they do, I would hook up with the lady who has the black lady who has the cure for cancer that nobody wants to talk about. And if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know, you don't know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it,
Mm-hmm.
it's eh, sometimes once you sell your soul for money,
Mm.
you don't know how to buy it back.
Mm. You don't know how to buy it back. Now that's a real issue right there, and I get it. I get it, Malik. I get it. Yeah, you done spoke some real truth today. But I also, just okay. So anyway, I realize now by you saying that you know that lemon is fruity. So my question to you is, when you in the past had been, going to bat for Lemon, was it on the strength of loyalty? Was it on the strength of Lemon saying that he was hetero? Is that why you was going to bat for him?
My thing has always been, yo, say what you are,
Mm-hmm.
and and let people make a choice. Like, it's a few men on here that we know that that's what they are. So
Mm-hmm.
they give you the opportunity. So you making the choice when you speak or interact with them because you know
Mm-hmm.
what you're going to get. They're not going
Mm-hmm.
to cross a line,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the part that
But
people
some
don't get.
people,
Like,
hey, lovely love, can you hit the link? I got something to ask you too, girl. I had a question for you too. But see, some people feel like that you don't mind Brooke acting certain sorts of way online, like when y'all had a falling out about that guy in Vegas and all of this and all of that. Some people feel that that's a play, and if that's true, how's it that you don't mind, her doing all that online? Is it simply because it's online and it's not,
well,
in your reality or whatever?
well, those are real life things. We real life separated. But
Mm-hmm.
again,
Okay.
when all of that hit the fan, Miss O,
Mm-hmm.
my wife is my wife, and I'm gonna step in and defend my wife.
Right.
Like,
Well,
see
and
that
I
that's
didn't that's why I was confused yesterday. I didn't hear, like I caught the middle of it. I don't know what happened on Lemons, and you explained it to me. But I was just wondering. Like I said at the beginning of the live, do you feel emasculated that Brooke was doing more arguing with Ghetto than you was, when really it was a conversation between you and him? But you explained to me, that when it got over there to YTC's, everybody was interjecting, and she got hyped because he got hyped, and everybody was hyped, and so that's why she was hyped, right? And so, but I felt like, I was wondering if you felt emasculated by her, doing more arguing than uh than you. But you explained that
well,
to me.
well, no, because that's Brooke's thing. Like,
Hmm.
this was her atmosphere on here.
Right.
Y'all jaw jack on here.
Yeah, and that's just what I was saying. Cause see, my husband would never be online. It's not his thing. You know
So
what I mean? He at
so now
work. This is
again,
his,
so
this is my hobby. And when he come home from work, that's why I'm not online all times of night. Cause after my husband get home from work, he don't like to hear this stuff, and I respect that. So I'm not on here. But never would you ever hear him on here having anything to do with any type of social media. But
so
that's
now
just our relationship. But clearly, our relationship is different. Okay,
okay,
and I get that.
okay. So again, this is her arena, and
Hmm.
our life got brought here, and that's the
Hmm.
one of the things I wish I didn't do was engage it how
Yeah.
I engaged it. But
Hmm.
also on here, the jaw jacking is the thing.
Hmm.
So if you go back and research
Hmm.
Malik,
Hmm.
I want to get if we gonna get active because you threatening doxing and all that. Yo, you
mhm,
got the address. Let's get action. Let's shake
mhm,
the furniture. We gonna bang guns. We gonna fight. We gonna do what we gonna do. But the
mhm,
rest of the shit, I'm not gonna do
mhm,
because I
mhm,
understand that if this is what y'all call entertaining, and I
mhm,
get it, it's a lot of things on here that's funny. But I also know that when you cross a line,
mhm,
ain't no turning back.
mhm,
That's like realistically speaking, and you older.
mhm.
If for some reason I came out my mouth sideways at you as a man, and your husband grabbed it and was like, "Yo, my God, I heard you live in Detroit. Yo, I'm right here on this street. What are we
Mhm,
doing?"
mhm, mhm,
I
mhm,
get it, cause yo, I crossed the line to your wife. But if let's say me and him was on here,
mhm,
and I said, "Yo, your shape up is crooked. Yo, your
mhm,
shirt whack." Okay, that's men banter, so to speak. But a
mhm.
lot of times, everybody don't understand certain things, and that's why I said
Well, see, that's
yesterday.
why my husband would never be on here because he don't play like this. You know, he don't argue back and forth. He's a man of very little words. Um, and as far as stuff online, he realized that this, like I said, this is my thing, and he know that I can handle myself online. Now if anybody like somebody like that showed up at Kendall's mama's house or something like that, right?
And
That
that's what
would
I'm
be a
saying.
different situation. But as far as online, I am very strong willed. But what I do not do is emasculate or overstep when it comes to my husband, right? Like you don't hear me playing with these men's online, flirting with them, and I done been all over there in the ministry sector, swinging and all this stuff. But because of respect for my husband and because it ain't nobody on her worth it anyways, it's just trash to me. You will never hear me conducting myself in that manner out of respect for my husband, and God forbid, somebody would ever actually be bold enough to come to my home, but then you would actually meet my husband then, right? But as far as this online stuff, he know that I got a thick skin. I worked with homeless people. I don't work with drug addicts and alcoholics. He know that I can handle myself with words. Okay, there's no need for this. Is my thing. He don't do so. He don't do Facebook. He don't do none. He don't have a social media footprint. This is not his thing, right? But as far as reality, that's a different subject. But on here,
And
no, this
and
ain't his thing. Uh-uh.
but that's the same thing I'm saying. So we both on the same page. Maybe
Right.
a line off, but we on the same page. So you get my point. So
But
I just
I
I just
really don't. I don't.
okay. So
Um.
if you don't get my point, Miss O,
No,
then
I'm
you
just
don't get
saying
it.
I
I
understand
said,
what
Miss
you're
O, if you don't
saying.
get it, you don't get it. I mean,
No, no. Listen, to me, it's just like y'all are sharing this hobby, right? This is a hobby for me, right? And but my husband's hobby and his side hustle is he do woodwork, right? He does custom woodwork. I would never try to go in there, go out to the shed, and join in on his woodwork. I don't know what the hell he doing out there, right? It's just like he would never try to come in here and get online or even in the background, and have something to say in the background about what I say online, because this is my thing. Like he wouldn't even know. He don't play like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, he a man of action and very little words. People are different, but we both have our individual hobbies. We have our hobbies together, but I don't interfere in his hobby, and he don't really want to deal with mine because this is not his thing. But if you two are comfortable, because this is y'all marriage, you know, and this is what y'all do together. This is clearly y'all's hobby. Then okay, who am I to judge? I just don't. I understand what you're saying, and I don't even disagree with it. It's just different from me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even judging. I'm just saying it's just different from me, and it's just my opinion. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I said okay, I agree.
But to each his own, because it's y'all marriage at the end of the day, and I'm glad that really y'all found a common place when it came to, because I was really taken aback by that whole situation with that guy in the Vegas and all of this and all of that. So maybe you two brought y'all together because it was y'all was talking about divorce papers and all of this and all of that. And I'm glad y'all found that common place because it is hard to be married, okay? And I understand that, you know. And don't nobody need no damn outside influence or online influences, right? When it comes to a marriage. And on here, if you put it online, everybody is gonna talk about it. So I would never invite anybody into my home to speak on what me and my husband got going on. Not even my family speak on what me and my husband got going on. Cause you know why? Cause it's not their place to speak on what we got on. So I don't put. I cut that off years ago. The only people had permission to speak on my relationship was my mama and my daddy. Because they don't care what I said, they was gonna speak on it anyway. But my sisters and stuff like that, just like I don't interfere with their relationship, they don't interfere with mine. We all going around here. And so, but if that's our thing, okay. If it works for y'all, okay. And clearly it works for y'all, okay. I'll be like, wow, okay. But it's a sign of the times, I guess. I'm old school, and so yeah, this is what it is. But I appreciate you coming up here, so you don't feel emasculated by nothing that Brooke do online. Is that what you're saying? Because you're online also. Because really, that was the question that I had, was do you feel emasculated? When Brooke kind of takes over your arguments. That was the question that I had.
I believe I answered that in the beginning, and
Yeah, you did. But I'm,
so
I'm just telling you that in retrospect, that was
okay.
that was the original question that I had as it pertains to the title of the video. And you said no, you don't, and okay, but that was my question. And I thank you for coming up here because really you gave credence to really about the limit situation too. You know more about it than I do. And as far as you and your marriages, that's how y'all do y'all thing. That's how you do y'all thing. Okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm good with it. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. Yeah.
Great day.
Thank you. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate hey, it's his thing. He said he don't fit, he fit what lovely love it. You don't kinda yes or no. You got a just read my book. I mean, I guess he did the best he can do. I'm not gonna keep pressing a man. Uh, what? No, hey, okay, it's their thing. Okay, so to me, saying it without saying it, the answer was no. You don't feel emasculated. He good with it, and so I'm good with it. If he good, that's their marriage, not mine. So yeah. And he's never going to speak against what they do because he doesn't want to get popped upside his. You got okay, Edna. Okay, Edna. I feel you. He did the best he could do. But for me, I would feel like I'm trying to emasculate my husband or something. Intervening in some kind of argument. That he's having with another man. But I'm old school. People do things differently. But I would never do that as a wife. That is not my thing. Because you got to let a man be a man. Okay? But now, if his version of being a man is letting his wife fight for him online or offline, then that's his version. Everybody got different versions. It's not cookie cutter around here. So okay, if he don't mind, then okay. There are a lot of men actually that don't mind their wives fighting for them. So child, but I don't. That's not my world. Lady Tia said I don't play that speaking bad on my husband or allow somebody. Exactly, Lady Tia. What go on between me and my husband is between me and my husband. But you best believe I would never, ever, ever disrespect him in any kind of way, especially in front of other people. Now, if we in this house and we battling, it's on. But even then, I'm only gonna go so far because I'm very cognitive of how I treat him simply because of how my mama treated my daddy. You don't never go too far because some stuff you can't take back. Okay, once it's out in the atmosphere, you can't take it back. You cannot take it back. And I'm sure he's the same way about me. Like I said before, I'm just baffled why there was a conversation about women being gay in the first in the first place, anybody with eyes and ears know that's why everybody know how Lemon is, child. He couldn't answer you because she wasn't there to give him permission. I heard that. Just read my book, child. Me either, Lady T. Nope, nope. Oh, you meant lemon, not women. Oh, okay. Well, we know. Yeah, we know who wore the pants, right? That's what I was thinking. Realize is when a person is married and start dating a guy online, right? It's disrespecting the marriage. He should be exactly. That's emasculating. In my, why would you even disrespect your marriage like that? But hey, to each his own. To each his own. Okay, I would never. Chad, that's not my thing. Online, absolutely not offline. I would never disrespect myself that way because I am somebody's wife. Okay, like I said, I would never disrespect myself that way, let alone my dang on husband. But like I said, everybody's marriage is not cookie cutter. I'm old school, and maybe that's just me. I don't know. To each his own, child. To each his own. Okay. But I thought Lovely Love was gonna come up. I don't think she's gonna come up. I really wanted to ask Lovely Love about Jay Wilson, what she thought about Jay Wilson had to say, um, in reference to her. And why did he feel such a way about her entertaining doing the challenge on Lemon's panel? Ain't that her prerogative? I mean, it's her challenge. So those are some of the questions that I had for Lovely Love. But at least Malik did come up. I wish Ghetto would have came up. He probably still over there swinging or whatever, somewhere else swinging. He all about the attention or whatever. And why does Ghetto need so much attention? Why he can't? You got a whole new girlfriend and all this now. You supposed to love her so much and you so into her. Why do you still have to spend so much time on YouTube to the point where you have to have her attention and YouTube's attention? You done brought her on YouTube. Okay, so now y'all relationship is fodder for people to talk about. Because you done brought her into the equation. What are you lacking, sir? That you got to bring your own offline relationships online. That's weird to me. I don't understand. Some of y'all need to go to internet rehab, okay? Lord have mercy. Cookie cutter or not, respect is respect, right? At least for yourself. Just read my book. Hey, you know what I mean? Like you said, cookie cutter or not, you know, have some respect for yourself. I agree with that. I agree. Absolutely. It is weird. It gives untreated sociopathic tendency. I heard that, Dr. Soapy. You would know. He says this is his wife's arena. Yeah, he's on here more than her. Exactly. What you mean this is her arena? You mean it is y'all's arena? Okay, because he hit the link, not Brooke. Thank you for speaking on this because Ghetto is a pound tramp all day, every day. To be his age, that is weird. You know, he's shown his skirt. Child, I don't understand what he feel like he missing to the point to where he got to be needing all this attention online. It's weird to me. Okay, you too old to be acting like it. He fits right in. I don't understand his outrage. It be giving beard. You know what, Lady Till? When it came to Lemon and Ghetto, it was absolutely giving beard. Okay, Krista trying to be a beard. He trying to be a beard. Charlie was giving beard. I agree with that, Lady T. I sure they all do. Hmm. So I guess I have to. I don't. I wish Ghetto. I had some real questions for him because I would like to know like where he is coming from in his psyche. You trying to walk back. You trying to backpedal and pee pop on this situation now that the guy that's not on YouTube came out and said what he said, but what he said was what you knew in the first place. Okay, and now you crashing out because you know it's reality, but you knew it was reality in the first place. But you can fake the funk on YouTube. Okay, I'm just saying. Hmm. I still want to know who that pregnancy pillow was for, Pizarro. Okay, and I want to know uh what Room Shaker had to say about what Truth Enterprise said about her situation. That would be interesting too. Don't know if I get all these answers to these questions, y'all. But Malik was brave enough to hit the link, and I respect him for that. Okay, so I respect him for that. I'm not even gonna lie. He did hit the link and answer some questions. He tried to answer some questions. Okay, and his answers are whether we agree with his answers or not, they're his, and we have to take them, take him at his word. I guess I don't know whatever else uh to say about the situation. Woo, baby, I tell you, these streets is something else. But anyway, I had fun listening to all of this. Okay. Child Gator kept saying he don't want his frat brothers to see the feminine in Lemon because exactly. He kept saying it was basically the optics, right? But you had already heard what the optics were coming from Ness and even coming from KRN. Okay? While KRN was trying to act like no, no, and all of this and all of that, when y'all gonna be on my side. I was like, boy, if you don't sit your stupid ass down somewhere. I thought that was so disingenuous of him last night. I was like, really? You really going on? You done seen this nigga offline. You saw him in Vegas. What you mean? Nah, nah. He said he had a role. Boy, when you don't even question his sexuality when you came back from Vegas, and now you're gonna do a whole 360, child. And I know you was just being messy, but still, it was not a good look in my opinion. So, and then I still felt like KRM felt the way about Ghetto, as do a whole lot of people, But child, when he's saying it's the optics, I believe that because it's one thing playing online, but in reality, when you go offline and you present, when you say you're a heterosexual male and you saying you bringing your boys on vacation, no, you don't want them to know that you are or online, having any type of conversation with somebody like a lemon. That's what he meant by the optics. That's why he don't want his frat brothers to meet lemon. Okay, now give me a break. Now that's what the deal is. He don't mind playing online, but if here's the way that what's her name, Ness described him, then no, no, mm, mm. And as far as the audio guy goes, I really don't think audio likes him or dislike him. I think he just use it for the clout. Honestly, oh, I end up with 65 likes. Thank y'all. I think the audio guy using it for the clout. And but when it comes to integrity, I do think Malik was trying to, allude to the fact that they were somewhat loyal to him based on the fact that he was saying he was a hetero man, you know. But Lemon clearly is not loyal to them because he won't speak his truth to them. So I think that Malik was really trying to say that he don't feel like Lemon is loyal at all. You know, well, he got a backup channel. It's called Big Lemon One or something like that. Right now, I went to the channel to see the video from last night. They said he did the video, but he deleted it. So I don't know what happened over there. But a couple of people told me that the audio did hit the link, but the Ghetto didn't hit the link because Ghetto said he wasn't going to hit his links anymore. So now, after the maintenance man came in, you not gonna hit his link no more. So now, cause now you don't like the optics because of what somebody else then came in that's not online, not in the beef sector, or the Mo 3 sector or the black sector. Now that somebody else has, kind of a neutral party as it pertains to these sectors around here on YouTube, somebody else then came and said, oh, I always thought he was fruity. I didn't know he liked women. So now because of that, now you don't like the optics. You know why? Because you can't lie to yourself or lie to the people, really lie to the people anymore, because you knew how Lemon was in the first place. Okay? Yeah, the little young fella. I'm not sure about him. I don't know what his motives is. But to build his right, Lady Tia, right. But to build his channel up. Like I said, sometimes people are not for you. They are for what they can get out of you. Okay? And a lot of these subscribers, that become a panel conversationalists, not don't necessarily like the subscriber. They like what they think the channel holder can do for them. From the subscribers, whether it's give them attention, whether it's build a channel, whether it's whatever it is. When it comes to Ghetto, he sees that Lemon's got the popular channel over. Of course, he gonna want to be in the mix. Of course, he gonna cape for him until reality slapped him in the face yesterday. As far as the audio, he said that he didn't have no problem with him, but and then the thing about let's meet up to fight, and then he told him to come to his house, and and I guess he didn't never show up or whatever, but he wasn't never really gonna fight him anyway. Like, are we surprised? Somebody said they live 15 minutes away from each other. Child. I can't hear about this. You mean you keep hearing about this maintenance man? I didn't see none of that. To know who the maintenance. Yeah, lady T. It was on Pizarro's live yesterday. You was at work. Yeah. Lemon, but I think he, like I said, I think he put the maintenance man on camera because Lemon think that the maintenance man is cute. That's the reason why I think he put him up there. In the first place, if you ask me. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Child. And I can see the maintenance man, and he said that he always felt like he was fruity. Oh, you like girl? But even though he said all that, I can see the maintenance man stopping by to get his pipes cleaned out every once in a while. Okay. You can't see Dr. Soapy. I don't know why you can't see Dr. Soapy. Just read my book. So yeah. But anyway, those are the questions that I had. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. I can't believe I was on here for 2 hours, child. Thank you, Malik, for hitting the link. Like I said, I guess Lovely Love ain't coming back. It is what it is, but maybe she will tell us somewhere else, I guess, or even on her own channel. And maybe she already talked about how she feels about, how Jay Wilson was spazzing out and going off. Y'all got to, child, wait, is the maintenance man somebody working the apartment or this? No, he was the maintenance man. That you didn't see Pizarro's channel the video yesterday. It was an actual maintenance man in Lemon's home. He's supposed to be coming to check the thermostat or something. And he asked Lemon what he was doing, and Lemon let him get online on his live, and he showed his work shirt, and they doxed the maintenance man and called, I guess, the apartment complex where the maintenance man works and got the maintenance man in trouble. Now, I still don't understand why they got the maintenance man in trouble, but they got the maintenance man in trouble. But Lemon, let the man pretty much dox himself because, Lemon is a setup queen, so he don't care one way or the other. He was trying to nigga explain it away, but he don't care. He don't care if the man got doxxed. He don't care if the man lost his job on suspension or what. He don't care. Okay? All he know that it was bringing attention to him. You know, But he didn't stop the man from saying that he was fruity. He always thought he was fruity. And if you're a hetero man, why would you not stop him and say, "Hold up, man, it ain't like that," or something? Even Malik said that, which that was one of the questions that I had. If you were so hetero, why you didn't stop him? Why you didn't put him in his place? You didn't say nothing. Yeah, we advanced on Peace's channel yesterday. I'm sure she still got the video up. It's on her backup channel. Mm-hmm. No, Lady Tia. I'm sure there are plenty of others that don't watch her too. Right. But it was going down on my timeline, yesterday, and yeah, I be watching her channel, her off and on or whatever. And yesterday was a good live. He always get caught up on Pizarro's channel, but that's what he get. Mm-hmm. Yeah, his name ain't the maintenance man. No, he showed his shirt yesterday with his name on it as well as the name of the apartment complex. That is how they was able to dox him and call his job and get him in trouble because he actually pulled up. He lifted up his shirt to show his. It had, and on his shirt it had his name and the name of the apartment complex. And like Brianna said yesterday, Lemon pretty much doxes himself Because people now know in real time, because Lemon had been doxxed, right? And they were saying that he lived in this dead apartment or whatever. And that confirmed it yesterday when the maintenance man had the name of the apartment complex on his shirt. No, we didn't see it. A lot of us apparently. Oh, dang. Yeah, apparently. They always messing with people. Yeah, I don't understand that. What was the purpose of calling? What did the maintenance man do wrong? You know? I didn't get that. But anyway, y'all please hit the like button on the way out the door. Child, I'm fixed to get off her. I didn't mean to be on her this long. I don't know how that happened. But time be going fast. Wow. It was very interesting yesterday. And ain't no telling what's gonna happen today. But I had to go listen to some videos myself to see, because I had questions, okay? And I see everything, but what I saw, I had questions about. All right. But anyway, please be part of the replay game. I love my replay game. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. We were small but mighty. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you, Malik, for hitting the link, and bringing forth some clarity. A lot of us still got questions, but it is what it is. Thank you for hitting the link and explaining your point of view. I really appreciate that. Much respect to you and your wife, because you do your thing the way y'all want to do it. Okay? But I'm going to get off of here. Okay? You guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. This is truly a wacky Wednesday for me. Okay? And Lord have mercy. But we're gonna have to see what come out of this today. We got some good juicy content, child. Okay. Okay, what? What? Mm-mm. But anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love you guys in the way that Christ loves you. Bye bye. Peace.